Did your elementary school teacher ever make you go and stand in the corner when all you were doing was trying to speak the truth? Is Barack Obama secretly Hawaiian? Are the Church of Scientology secretly trying to take over your town? Do the Jews secretly control the Israeli government? Don't get cold feet just yet, because it's always 90 degrees here in the conspiracy corner. Or at least that's what they want you to think.
So I'll ask the viewers, if it happened, is it a conspiracy? That silences yours nod of approval here on the Conspiracy Corner. Because silence means acceptance.
There may be a difference between a conspiracy and a conspiracy theory.
That's conspiracy in the name, damn it. All right, Brett, since you know so much about this particular topic, you introduce it. What are we talking about here on the corner? Corner between illogical and redundancy, meaning wow,
That's
and
me in the
stupid.
corner. Losing my
Sanity?
No, losing my ego to ego death as the CIA spoon feeds me LSD.
I mean, sometimes the alphabet just knows what you need, Brett, okay? Now, what exactly are we talking about? You keep dick punching it.
Today we're talking about MK Ultra.
Now, what is an MK and what is an Ultra?
It's a cryptonym.
A what now?
It's a code. It's a code name.
I thought it was kryptonite, and I'm like, that's not right.
A cryptonym.
Superman can relax now.
From the CIA Office of Technical Service.
Okay.
And Ultra doesn't mean anything.
Oh, well, what the fuck? It sounds cool when you say Ultra. I'm just saying.
It's a random word that they used for it.
All right. Well, this is what my research said. Project MK Ultra, we don't care about the Ultra, so just Project MK, Martin Luther King, was a real covert CIA research program conducted during the height of the Cold War. Officially initiated in 1953, its stated purpose was to explore techniques for interrogation, psychological influence, and behavioral manipulation, driven largely by U.S. fears that rival powers, particularly at the time the Soviet Union and China. They had developed effective methods of brainwashing prisoners of war. The program was formally terminated in the early 1970s and later exposed through congressional investigations, most notably the U.S. Senate's Church Committee in 1975 to 1976. Oh, yeah, well, you can thank the church for exposing it. Thank you, Mr. Pope. What makes MK Ultra unique is not simply that it existed, but how extensive it was and how little of it survived the documentation. According to the records pieced together from declassified materials and financial disclosures, MK, not Ultra, because that's just not some fooey made up, so says Brett, functioned as an umbrella program comprising at least 140 to 149 known sub-projects, many of which were distributed across universities, hospitals, prisons, pharmaceutical companies, and military facilities in both the United States and Canada. Gotta love the Canadians. Real friendly motherfuckers to let us experiment on them. 31, these sub projects investigated a wide range of techniques including high dosage of LSD administration, often without informed consent. Brett, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You ever just like trip balls and the CIA just gave you a large dosage of LSD?
I would sure hate it if the government wanted to subsidize my drugs.
They did hypnosis, sometimes combined with a psychoactive drug. Okay, so sounds like Molly and maybe ayahuasca. All right, cool. Sensory
I know the Nazis used mescaline.
The what?
I know the Nazis used mescaline.
Fuck is that?
Cactus juice.
Cactus juice.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is there a cactus in Germany?
Mexico was neutral for a long time.
Oh, okay. So they shipped that shit overseas. That's cool.
I don't know if they got it from Mexico.
Good enough though.
Maybe you can synthesize it.
They did sensory deprivation and isolation, electroshock therapy, sleep disruption, and psychological stressors. In some documented cases, unwitting civilians, including psychiatric patients, prisoners, military personnel, and ordinary citizens, were used as test subjects. A little fucked up that they, use people on this and not rats, but whatever. One of the most cited
How
outcomes...
are you going to tell if a rat is fucking lying?
I don't know, measure its heartbeat. Can't they, measure a heartbeat and be like, yo, bitch, you're lying?
A rat...
Says who? This is the conspiracy corner.
A rat can't willingly withhold information.
Says who?
Unlike Canadians.
Those damn bastards, those French bastards. I've never met a nice Frenchman. They've all been assholes in my lifetime.
So if you're French Canadian, does it balance out?
Nah, they're just human. You're an asshole but friendly, so now you're just somewhere in the mid. One of the most cited outcomes of the MK, not Ultra, because Brett said fuck Ultra, experimentation was the death of Dr. Frank Olson, an Army scientist who died in 1953 after being secretly dosed with LSD, a case later acknowledged by the U.S. government. The role of record destruction came about when a critical failure shaping both academic analysis and public perception of the MK Ultra is the intentional destruction of said records. In 1973, CIA Director Richard Helms ordered the destruction of the operational files. As a result, when Congress began its investigation, oversight committees were forced to rely on sworn testimony, a small number of surviving documents, and financial and administrative records recovered later through a FOIA request.
How do you spell it?
FOIA. It's an acronym.
Oh, Freedom of Information Act?
That makes more sense. In 1977, roughly 16 to 20,000 documents were uncovered through the FOIA Act, allowing partial reconstruction of the program's scope but not its full extent. This deliberate loss of primary records is a major reason why MK occupies a unique place in the discussion of government transparency. Even historians sympathetic to intelligence oversight, whatever. Big Brother be bullying. All right, that's the gist of it. So, the conspiracy theories surrounding MK Ultra extends beyond what is documented. Some argue that the program was far larger than officially admitted. Human experimentation continued under new names. Behavioral and chemical research persisted in in classified forms because of the chemical research. These beliefs are fueled by three well-established facts. The program was real and illegal. Oversight was minimal or non-existent at the time. Key records were intentionally destroyed. And from a sociological perspective, MK Ultra becomes an example of what scholars call a plausibility anchor, a verified historical abuse that lowers the threshold for believing future or ongoing misconduct. Unlike purely fictional conspiracies, MK Ultra provides documented evidence that the government is capable of extreme secrecy and ethical violations, which in turn feeds to the broader public distrust. So you still think it's not a conspiracy?
No, I absolutely do think that, yeah, the people conspired to illegally experiment on American citizens and stuff.
Like, you don't, I think it's fucked up to the point where you're tripping on some kind of, I guess you could call it pharmaceutical drug, like LSD or something
Yeah,
like that.
mostly LSD, but yeah, I mean they also did some stuff with trying to mix barbiturates and amphetamines.
Bar what?
They would take somebody and give them a bunch of downers,
Oh,
and then throw some uppers in them, see what the fuck happened.
so basically Red Bull and vodka.
Yeah.
Just go to any college town ever. There's a bar serving that.
Yeah, but Red Bull and vodka is fun. You know, you're doing it with friends. You're not in a brothel being secretly watched by the CIA from behind a two-way mirror as
But
they try and
government
feed you
is our
communist
friend.
propaganda.
What are you talking about?
I always trust the American government. That's what I do.
And remember, it's always 91 degrees here in the Conspiracy Corner.
Which Manchurian candidate did you see? Did you see the one with Frank Sinatra, or did you see the new one?
I don't even know what the fuck that is, so neither. Fuck is a Manchurian candidate?
You know how they said that they were scared that the communists were doing the same thing, which is
Yeah.
why they had to do an MK Ultra?
Yeah.
Well, it's a movie about what if the communists did an MK Ultra and got Frank Sinatra to shoot Kennedy.
Well, we don't know who shot Kennedy yet, so maybe Frank Sinatra did.
Can't be discredited.
Can't be credited. And that's the Conspiracy Corner.
Your timeout is over. As the final echoes of our broadcast dissolve back into the void, you return from the Conspiracy Corner. A place not of whispers and shadows, but of reflection. Because in every tale of hidden hands and unseen forces, there lingers something far more unsettling. Not what is out there, but what lies within ourselves. And one final thought to carry with you back into that darkness. That federal agents are like opinions. Everybody has one, and they all stink.